Hey, who are you?
Hey, my name is
Nice
Marcus.
hair, dude.
Hey, my name is. I wanted to look like one of those anime screwboys you were talking about before. Hey, my name is Marcus. I'm here to say we've been doing this for a year in a major way.
It's episode 52. We're back. Thank you for everyone that's been following us for this entire year, and the fact that we've never missed an episode is just a dedication to how much we love you, the fans. We know that we've been making you laugh, and we've been we have an exclusive going steady laugh with you. And yeah, dude, I'm scrapping the whole bit because this is a new time, a new year.
Have we done that bit before?
No. Well, yeah, no.
We have?
Maybe at New Year's.
Dang it.
But I will say this. First of all, I'm peeking the mic out. Second of all, I would like to say that this is the first episode of our new season. And you're like, well, this is episode 52. Isn't it the last episode of the first season? No. We are ahead of the game.
Well, we did a 50 episode season, and then there was one epilogue episode, and now
we're here.
2.
This is the beginning of a new year, and you can hear. I don't know if you can hear or not because I don't know how the audio works.
We got DJ Cricky in the back.
We got DJ Cricky, our producer, who's he's going to be telling us what's okay and what's not okay. We still don't have a live bleep button, but he will be doing a little bit of censorship of our show to make sure that you guys get quality content.
He's going to chop and screw it.
I hate crickets, my dude. I'm sorry, DJ, but I do.
Is it safe to say that you're a bug racist?
Do I have different opinions on bugs based entirely on their
All
species?
Of the things about them?
Yes, 100%. Does that mean that I am biased against certain bugs? Yes. Because flies, I hate them, but it's a different hate.
However,
I hate all bugs.
Nobody can say we're discriminating because you do hate bugs and crickets, but we hired one to produce this one.
Well, yeah, Equal Opportunity got this cricket a job, and we may have tried to murder him just before this.
And it could be he was just too camouflaged, dude.
He was hiding in the bowels of my computer setup.
Right in the butt.
Right in the middle of my computer's large intestine. I don't think he's inside the computer. He could be, though. I think it would sound different.
Yeah, you could hear
This is going to be real dumb if they can't hear the cricket, but there's no way they can't hear the cricket, right?
There's no way, dude. It's so loud.
He's a very loud cricket. Welcome to Life's What You Rate It.
Yeah, let's rate it rock.
My name's Michael.
I'm Mark.
And we rate everything on a scale from 1 to 10. We're here to say that we're rating our new DJ Cricky
1 out of 10. I hate this guy.
He's not good.
He sucks.
We've had 2 different producers.
I've already said 2 inappropriate things that probably Michael will have to edit out, not DJ Cricky.
And if you've been listening to the show for, you know how much I absolutely hate editing this show. So we are going to get in a fight after.
I love Michael's determinative bit. Like, it doesn't matter how unfunny we were or how long there was a bit that was not funny. Michael's like, can't take it out though.
If it's at the very beginning or the very end, I'll cut it.
Your B-class material can only go at the beginning or end, nowhere else.
Dude, you hear that cricket noise?
Mm-hmm.
I hate it. We'll give it a 1 to 10. We've had 3 producers on the show before, and both of them were better than this.
I tried to marry one of them.
You tried to marry one of them. Well, we're on rocky ground. He used to be on this website, and now he's not. And we'll just say that
he's moving to Iowa.
We'll just say mistakes were made, and now he doesn't have a job anymore. Sorry, Jimmy. But really, you can come back if you want to.
Yeah, if you ever wanted. At some point, I'm going to want to talk about TV shows, and I'll get very frustrated that nobody else watches as much TV as I do, not even Karsten. And I'll have to be like, hey, Drew.
I think DJ Cricky wants to talk about TV with you. He just stopped. Oh, he's back.
He's like, oh, screw you guys. I'm trying to take a nap, idiots. Are crickets nocturnal?
If by nocturnal you mean they make noise all day and all night constantly, then yes.
And they never stop, and there's no way to make them stop.
Also, I heard a rumor that the cricket noise is like them playing violin with their legs.
Yeah.
And also, that means they're trying to croon the lady cricks.
Which
that's just like a racial slur or something.
Which is to say, all crickets are horny all the time.
Well, they are just whatever, dude.
They're a bunch of horn dogs.
I want to kill the crickets, all of them. What benefit do crickets give us? Okay, here's the thing. Everyone's always like, well, you can't hate spiders because spiders give you a benefit. You know what spiders do that's a benefit? They kill the other bugs that are also unnecessary.
But here's the downside to spiders. They're spiders.
They have 8 legs down.
Down.
They have
webbing that comes out of their butt, so they can't poop. Down. That's why
they
they
have
don't live as long.
1 billion eyes. Down. They're fuzzy.
Fuzzy down. The word spider, hard to say and spell.
That's true. My kids cannot say it, either of them.
Or spell it.
They definitely can't spell it. Downside.
Their Uncle Mark can't spell it.
I think spiders aren't all around also one, but they're like, oh, spiders do the good thing because they kill the other bugs you don't like. I hate all of the other bugs. Dude, there's only one bug that's worth anything in this world. You know what it is?
Beetles, because what else would we name Beetlejuice after?
The beetles are the worst.
Dude,
they're so overrated.
It was a joke about my favorite movie, The Beetlejuice.
No, dude, they're so overrated, man. They put out so many albums in like 7 years. Today, we would call that like oversaturation of the market.
SoundCloud rapper?
You're like, yo, is this trap? But no, they just make music and they're like, oh, we're the first people to do a bunch of these things. Yeah, it doesn't make you that special. We all do it now.
Yeah, dude.
Good night, dude. Paul McCartney, he's the worst bug.
You want me to... Okay, here's why I refuse to believe that the Beatles are that good. Because they're like, but their songwriting was so experimental. It was like, if you pop a shroom and just write about what you see, yeah, you can write about some weird, crazy stuff too. It's like when people do the same thing about Grant Morrison. Grant Morrison, he writes about really interesting, weird things about the DC universe. Yeah, if you're willing to do hallucinogenic drugs and just write down what you see and be like, I'm sure there's a story in there somewhere. It's not hard.
Does that make them less creative? Because they're just... Like, if I just wrote what my office looked like, I'm not creative. But if I pop some acid and I write what my office looks like...
think your office looks like...
Then I'm creative now.
Yeah.
Like, so are we the most creative because we're straight edge as frick?
Yeah, dude, I'm so straight edge. I'm on a Red Bull. Is Red Bull edgy?
You know why we're not straight edge? Because, one, I don't think straight edge people... I don't know if they drink coffee or not. Or, like, caffeine, I mean.
No, because here's the thing. Anybody who's not straight edge would call somebody who just drinks caffeine casually a straight edge person.
But do you know what makes us not real straight edge?
The lean?
The fact that... both the lean and the weed. And also the fact that we eat buttloads of meat.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
Because I love
meat, dude.
I love to take our pet cows and eat them.
I'm not trying to go into too dark of a place, but the more and more fat that my dog gets, the more and more I go, is the best way to honor Whitaker when he dies to eat him?
You can't cremate dogs because they don't burn. You can't bury them.
Dogs can't catch on fire.
You can't burn them,
They're
or
like
you can't
superheroes.
You can't bury them because they float. But you could eat them.
What's he gonna do with them? They float on land. They don't sink.
Like if you put a dog under the dirt, they surface. It's kind of like a sandworm. Are sandworms real?
I've exclusively watched TV and never read a book, so yes.
I've read books, and they're in the books too.
Then if they're in TV and books...
If something is in TV and books, does it inherently become real?
Yes.
So like...
How else would you... Michael... How else are you going to film a thing that's not there, idiot?
I'm sorry. Sometimes I say dumb stuff on the show. Sometimes I forget how to bake cakes. And sometimes I forget that you can't film things that don't exist. My bad. I want to talk about some stuff.
You want to get into the episode now?
Blink-182. Let's talk about it. Hey, you know that new Blink-182 album where those 50-year-old men...
complain about their mom?
Well, I don't know if they complain about their mom.
Complain about their girlfriend. But aren't they all married?
Well, this is the first time they're complaining about society. It took them 50 years to get there.
Wait, hold on.
Their genre's called pop punk. I don't know. Bubba doesn't count. They don't count Bubba as a real record.
Why?
This album is called 9, and it's technically their 10th album because they don't count Bubba.
Why?
I don't.
Because
is Bubba the first one?
I thought so.
One of the ones they're not counting.
Or it might be Cheshire.
No, they count Cheshire. Because that's the one with the song "Dang It."
I don't like Cheshire's okay. I like that song.
Here's the thing, though. It took them 50 years to discover that half of their genre was punk. Like, they were called pop punk forever. And then they realized that maybe they should complain about the ills of society.
Hold on.
He's just scrolling through pictures of Blink-182 albums, folks.
They probably not counting Dude Ranch, because Dude Ranch is first. Wait.
Is Bubba even on there?
Yeah.
That's Buddha, isn't it? Hold on. What's the name of that album?
I thought Bubba.
Scroll back down. What does it say?
Buddha.
Have you always thought that was Bubba because the B's are backwards?
I would, yeah. Whoops.
Are we just discovering another way to make fun of dyslexic people in this show?
Dude, dyslexic people are so freaking dumb. I hate myself. Blake and John and their friend group have an ongoing bit about talking about how, like, actually dumb and handicapped I am for being dyslexic. And then they made a bunch of new friends while I had not seen them in 4 years. So I was back there, and Isaac was making fun of me for being dyslexic, and the look everybody else in the group gave him, they're like, what do you say? You can't say that. And it was one of the funniest things I'd seen in a long time. According to Amazon, Cheshire Cat is their first album.
Yo, let's talk about it. The Cheshire Cat, you know what he is?
No.
Maybe one of the most terrifying children's characters of all time. Fight me.
I thought you said where he is.
No, what he is, dude.
Yeah, no, dude, he's scary as crap. I'm still scared of Alice in Wonderland, and I still use him as an example for why we should kill all cats.
You know why Lewis Carroll is not a creative person? You know why he wrote that book? Acid. That's real, though. That's real talk. He was on acid when he wrote that book. So is it really that big of a deal? I mean, it is terrifying. I'm not saying drugs are scary, kids.
Here's the thing. Hendrix doesn't count as a real artist, but he just counts as a good guitar player, because anybody who can play that well while on acid, good.
True. Fact. True facts.
Cricky's getting a little bit louder, and I'm getting kind of actually mad at him at this point.
He really didn't like that bit we just did.
He did not. He's like, yo, no, don't talk about my boy Hendrix, idiots.
I'm sorry. It's now what we're going to talk about as the season. Is that what's called?
Fall of
man.
Okay.
It's the season of the fall of man.
Starting, when did this season start?
Approximately 7,000 years ago.
6,000 to 7,000 years ago.
Yeah. It's been a season for a while.
We've been really just screwing it up, dog.
It's a fairly butt season as far as seasons go. It is worse than summer.
You could argue it's even progressively getting worse.
It's worse than summer, and it is getting worse, I think. Largely, the Fall of Man is the worst season that we've ever been through. I don't know how long.
Been one of the longest lasting seasons.
I don't know how long the first season was that wasn't the Fall of Man. We'll call it the Eden season. We weren't told how long that one was, but it probably wasn't that long.
I would guess not very long.
Well, it was at least
shorter than.
It was at least 7 days plus. I don't know.
Well, 7 days plus who knows equals probably less than 6,000 years.
Probably less than 6,000 years. I guess I don't know.
Well, doesn't the Bible say Methuselah was the oldest person ever lived?
Yeah.
So we know that it couldn't be longer than that.
Methuselah was alive after the fall of man.
But I'm saying because Adam and Eve were invented on
the
6th day.
I see what you're saying. So you're saying they're less than 960 something. Yeah.
So at least less than 1,000 years.
Okay, I get you. Yeah. Yes. So we know that it was less than the fall of man season. I was talking about the real fall though. Not that's now it sounded like that was fake. Sounded like that was fake. Tom DeLonge, yo. I know this is a joke podcast.
Hey Thomas.
Yo. I know this is a joke podcast, but let me say this. Did you see that our boy got verified? The military straight up verified Tom DeLonge's UFO videos. Said they were real. I'm not kidding, dude. It happened.
Dude, this is a post-fall world, dude, and everything's boned.
Also, I've been watching The X-Files exclusively as a TV show.
Did Tom DeLonge ever get a guest star on The X-Files? Because that'd be the best thing on the planet.
It's not around anymore. He wasn't old enough. Well, he was. I guess he was alive. But here's the thing about The X-Files. I guess it's real. If Tom DeLonge makes the UFO videos and the X-Files makes UFO videos, and Tom DeLonge gets verified in the military. That means the X-Files is real?
Well, again, Michael, how would they film the aliens if they weren't there?
Crap, I'm sorry, I'm so dumb.
I don't know why you...
I don't know why.
I get really confused by some of the documentaries I watch. There's like that one about the 100 and like the world being destroyed by nukes. I was like, I freaking don't remember this. Crazy, dog.
Well, I mean, you wouldn't remember, because if you were there, you would be dead.
But I'm seeing it.
Well, I mean, have you seen all the 100 people?
Yeah.
How do you know you weren't there? You could have been
was
there,
there.
and you forgot.
I forgot it.
We forget a lot of things.
How do you make a cake? Don't.
This could be the stupidest episode we've ever made. Let's just keep.
Let's talk about
let's just jump into it.
What's up, you beautiful homies? Welcome back to the Life's What You Rated podcast. Hope you're having a fantastic Saturday, and let's just jump into it.
How much pumpkin spice have you eaten this year?
0. I have a penis, so I'm not allowed to eat pumpkin spice stuff. Is that sexist?
I think, dudes, I'm gonna come back here and I'm gonna say this. I'm a little bit progressive. I think dudes can eat pumpkin spice,
but less than girls.
I think that in general, guys.
Because you're forgetting that girls have that second stomach for pumpkin spice stuff, much like a cow.
Girls are a lot like cows.
Udders. More than one stomach. At least those
they
two things.
regurgitate
Eyes,
and chew their cud. Eyes.
They chew in circular motions.
They're spotted. They come in all colors.
And sometimes they're just so big.
And they come in all shapes and sizes.
The hooves is a big one.
The devil horns.
The hatred for the color red.
So,
do you ever think that sometimes we're making a bad podcast for bad people?
No, I think that all the time. I was gonna say that one time I tried pumpkin spice honey nut Cheerios. He's spitting his water out for the audio listener. Oh, he missed. He's trying to get the ice back into the hole from whence it came, and he's failing.
Frick me.
You got it? Oh, here we go. Okay.
Ow.
I haven't had any pumpkin spice this year either, though.
I don't like it, really.
I'm alright with it, dude.
Pumpkin roll is different than pumpkin spice. Like, if you're, like, taking a drink and making me drink that pumpkin, no. But, like, a pumpkin roll or pumpkin pie, different and good.
Dude, a pumpkin roll, though. Now I want a pumpkin roll so bad. What's in the inside of a pumpkin roll? Is it just magical fairy dust?
Probably.
Turns into icing?
Do you like that we are doing an improv podcast where you looked at me and rather than trying to yes and you, I just went...
Well, I'm more annoyed with the fact that...
What if we were on stage doing an improv show and you just looked over at me and I go, you're on your own?
Here's the thing. You're just making me and Cricky both so mad with the fact that we're doing an audio podcast also, and you just keep shrugging your shoulders as if the audio people know what you're doing.
It's okay. They don't... Hey, why don't you go subscribe to our YouTube channel and get us to that hundo subscribers instead of listening to it like some kind of little baby?
We have way more audio listeners than we do have YouTube watchers of the podcast.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, so subscribe on YouTube,
but,
idiots!
No, I'm trying to give them a little love. They help us in a different...
Keep going.
Let me actually... Here's the thing. We make money on the podcast. We don't make money on YouTube. So you should do both. Watch and listen. But yeah, we do have 90 subscribers on YouTube. That's pretty
so many.
That's pretty cool. That's more people than I want to know in real life. That's more people than I have in my family. Thus, more people that I want to know.
If I count all my friends, that's roughly 88 more friends than I have? Do you like how long it took me to do that mental math?
No, I was just so sad that I couldn't come up with a funnier bit to end it with. Hey,
Are we talking about Blink or what? Why'd you bring up Blink?
I'm
just talking about Tom?
I'm shotgunning topics. I did want to say all the things. I wanted to say all the things I said about Blink, and then I also wanted to talk about Fall and Pumpkin Spice. Mm-hmm. And I'm just gonna keep.
We didn't rate anything about either of those, though.
Well, I want to rate Blink-182's album a solid to. What is it that Fantano says? Something to solid.
Oh,
like a week to. I don't know what he says. I'll give Blink's new album like a solid 7, probably, from what I remember.
It's good. I liked it. I liked California more, and Fantano hated that. So.
I don't remember this album as much. I've only listened to it 1.5 times. But I do know that they have the line, which is a very good emo line. It's, if you don't love me, lie to my face, which is a good...
one of my favorite emo lines I heard recently was on Real Friends album, and he goes, I love weakness because it's the only thing that's there for me. I laughed so very hard.
I love weakness.
It's the only thing. I also love the fact that most of these, like, the sad boy pop punk movement has come from, like, some of the most charmed we just live in Chicago lives and stuff. It's very good.
I mean, that's how it always... I don't know, dude. What I wanted to talk about was fall.
Fall's better than summer.
It's maybe the best one of the seasons. Because
in Nebraska.
Because in the Nebraska weather, it's the only good one.
It's the only one that doesn't suck.
It's kind of like spring, only it rains less.
And is a little bit cooler, so you're not sweating the whole time.
Well, spring,
in theory, you sweat a lot of spring.
So here, let me tell you the story. In theory, spring is not supposed to be 1 week. But in the Midwest, it's been 1 week since you looked at me. Sorry. Yeah, there we go. You got it. Remember when we were good and we could do the songs together? We knew the words.
I don't know all the words. Yeah, well, I mean, hit me with a J-Mac song and I'm there. But
hit me, yo.
Take your best shot.
Have we ever done an addendum?
No.
Should we talk about doing addendums?
Well, I think much like, so you know how Kanye said, well, no man should have all the power. We talked about all that stuff.
Yeah.
People might think that they have the power, it could sway us if we talk about doing addendums. But if we just take this part out and we just act like we're doing an addendum, but we don't reference that as addendum. We just say, hey, this thing, it's actually this.
Well, but what if I feel like, here's the thing. We are powerful. And no one man should have all the power. That's why there's 2 of us here on the podcast.
That's why mom and dad had you, and they're like, too much power, guys.
Too much power. We have to have another one. And they had Maddie.
And they're like,
oops.
They're like, whoopsies. Oops. Can we put it back? Oh, it didn't work that way. Whoops. Does Maddie listen still?
Yeah, I was going to give her a rating, but that just seems cruel. And
4 out of 10.
I'm just woof, dude. I was gonna give her 5.
She's a sister. Just an average sister.
I mean, she moved.
Yeah, she moved. So here's the thing. I would have given Maddie probably a 6.5 to 7.
I could have started at 7 like I do with everybody else. But then she moved away. And she took one of our friends with her.
One of our friends and that very cool dog. But here's the thing. Maybe we bump her up to the 5. She took Annie,
She took the butt cat.
She took Annie. Said, Maddie can be a 5.
Remember how that cat's name is Anakin? Yeah, dude. We'll give her sister. Everything. Let's give Maddie a solid 5.
Hold on, Maddie. Before you get mad at us, Michael, rate yourself.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I'm a strong to solid 4.
I'm like a 4, yeah.
Like, I feel like a strong 4. Looks-wise, 7.
Looks-wise for me, 10?
I mean, you're like a 9 to me. I only see you at a 9.
I'm not Chadwick.
Yeah, you're not Chad. You're not freaking J-Mac when he was young, or
JT,
I know
JB.
This is all over the place, but I gotta go here.
Okay.
You know who's a real spicy boy? Raviv Ullman.
Oh yeah.
The dude. he has an Instagram and he's kind of a model. He does a lot of like, we'll say like artsy progressive pieces or whatever. It is what it is, dude. The dude is a beautiful man.
Beautiful boy.
He's a beautiful, beautiful boy. Raviv Ullman, you are one spicy chunk of meat. You know how they called him Ricky Ullman? I'm pretty sure that was because they didn't want someone with like a terrorist name on Disney Channel. That's the only thing I can think of. How whack is that, dude? You can't go by your real name.
Or Disney people are stupid.
And they couldn't remember his name?
You remember it.
Like,
Ricky.
Ricky. I don't know any other Rickies. Oh, what's the name of that dude from I Love Lucy? We'll make a timely reference. His name is Ricky. Where was I going with this?
I don't know. We're talking about Spicy Boys, and then we're talking about fall.
Take Spicy Boys, back to Maddie, back to addendums. I want to say that when we were talking about our best friend Jesse McCartney, and I think on the episode, remember the episode where I basically 100, well, we'll say 95% of his discography?
Yeah.
I think I downplayed both the album and specifically the title track, Right Where You Want Me.
Yeah, dude, I've been frick, dude. Why really on me owns?
I had to do, listen, we're not perfect because we live in the age of the fall, or the season of fall. We live in the season of fall. I mean, it is our fault, but we didn't start it. We didn't start the fire.
We did help continue it.
We did continue we didn't start the fire because, well,
it's always burning almost since the world's been turning.
Basically since the world's been turning, yes. Where was I going with this? Oh, dude, that song it owns.
Eve bit the apple too, then hit Adam. Dang it, I can't do it.
The song Right Where You Want Me by Justin McCartney owns.
It rules.
I lied when I said that. I think I did the thing where like sometimes you listen to a song too many times and then it's not as good as you thought it was because, well, you screw your own brain up. Yeah, I think I did that, and then I went back and listened to the song Right Where You Want Me, and the song is dope.
It's very good.
And I would do it at karaoke, and, you know.
Hey, have I told you my karaoke bit that I want to do so badly?
What is it?
I want to go up there and pick as aggressive song as I can think of, and sing it as, like, timid as possible. So I want to go there and be like, cut my life into pieces, this is my last resort.
Just be, like, super shy.
Yeah,
and, like,
but, like, don't break character the whole song.
Yeah.
That's funny to me.
That's pretty all right. And like, but you got to do the like bop your head off, like don't be with the rhythm. So be like, cut my life into pieces. This doesn't work for the audio listener, but I'm bopping my head way off. This is my last resort. And then when the music goes, don't bop your head. Which I know it's physically impossible to not bop your head when the music freaking drops like that. But like, don't do it. Because when you go,
it's so good, dude.
Yeah,
we
dude.
should be in an acapella group. Did you hear what we just did? That magic we just laid?
We've done better. I give that a solid 6. I'm sorry, it wasn't great. It wasn't the worst.
I farted like 9 times on this podcast.
This episode. If you are listening to the podcast right now or watching the podcast on YouTube right now, comment below the timestamps where you thought he was farting based on his facial expressions. Make sure to leave Make sure to get liposuction if you need it.
You get liposuction. You give us money for liposuction in case we need it.
Cows and women both can get liposuction.
Your son's very
That
sad.
joke was so bad my son cried. From upstairs.
Fall owns.
Fall does own because it's the best weather, and also it's the beginning.
It's pretty.
Absolutely beautiful. You can wear sweatshirts, which we've established from like early on, are like one of the dopest pieces of clothing. And you wear them and don't suck, like hot wise. I mean, you look hot.
You look hot as heck, dude.
But
you know who I bet wears so many hoodies?
Shia LaBeouf.
Chadwick.
Is Chad Michael Murray old now?
Are you saying if I walked up to like a teen girl church and said, "Hey, do you think Chad Michael Murray's hot?" They would have no idea who I'm talking about.
Well, they wouldn't know. They wouldn't know who he was. But like, does he look old in his face now?
Not really.
Good.
He was in
Good. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yes, but he's in Riverdale also. He's in season 3 of Riverdale. He is a cult leader.
I think you
He
told me
takes off
that.
his shirt and it's hot, dude. It's so hot.
Cut my life into... That's not really a spicy song. We needed a good song for when we talk about spicy
Right
boys.
where you are,
Oh.
me.
Do, do, ooh, ooh, where you want me. Whoa, whoa, bow, bow. The way that he like the the like the what's that called? The bop that song has makes it a bop. If am I using that
Not a
slang
banger.
right? No, it is a banger too, though. It's
But it
just
can't be a
so
banger.
it's so flippin' funky, man. It's just like you can't help but do the head bop thing.
Also, are you a bigger fan of the Radio Disney edit or the OG?
I just get them confused. I usually sing if there's a Radio Disney edit of a song. I usually sing some kind of
Weird hybrid of them.
hybrid version of it. I started singing
So what do you say when you're singing Beverly Hills? Just as smooth as me. I was trying to think of a hybrid version of the word screwy and messed up.
I don't know what it says in that.
I thought it was messed up.
Is that what he said? I don't know.
That's
I say
messed
screwy
up.
because it's funny to say the word screwy.
This screwy is funny.
That song is good. Also, they don't say
Cricky, shut up!
It worked. You scared him. Oh,
Dude.
you may not know this, but we get mad at our producers usually off camera because, we like to keep things cool. We don't like to see you guys to see the drama.
The rockiest me and Danny's relationship has ever been is when me and Michael both blew up on her after the episode.
Yeah, and like I said, we used to have another producer called Drewby, and he doesn't work here anymore. But the thing is, like, they don't normally talk to us so much on camera. Like, I don't want to blow up on him, but like,
We
also
tried to coax both of our producers before this one to talk, and they freaking wouldn't. You remember how hard it was to get Danny to respond to a question when she was on here?
this is the first time I've ever wanted to straight murder one of our producers during an episode, though. Like, maybe a little slap on Drewby, like just on his wrist, but like, never wanted to just straight up
For using
squish him with.
chopsticks wrong.
I didn't want to squish him with a boot, the world's biggest boot.
I don't want to literally curb stomp him, dude.
Did you bring anything to talk about?
What are we bringing fall, idiot?
10 out of 10.
What
I'm
are
sure
we
there's more
bringing
things we
fall?
could talk about there about fall.
About Paul?
And
You know our
Paul.
Uncle Paul, dude? He's sick
Dude,
so funny.
Let me say, as much as we are 4s and our sister's a 5, our Uncle Paul, solid 9. Dude, Uncle Paul's a solid 9 out of 10. And, like, he's just a general, like, pretty rad dude. He's really funny. He could beat us up. Like, we like to talk about, like, what's the scale of people that we know that we could beat up.
He could beat the mess out of Ben Shapiro, too, dude.
Well, like, if we could beat the mess out of Ben Shapiro and he could beat the mess out of us, then Ben Shapiro's a cricket to him. So he could beat the mess out of us. He's a pretty rad dude as far as people go. So yeah, 9 out of 10 for Uncle Paul. But also fall, best season for the weather, best season for the looks, best season because it starts the beginning of the holidays.
It's beginning to look a lot like Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving, the greatest of the holidays, is coming up, and it's in fall. It's my favorite holiday, probably.
Michael, you're a fat person. You don't have to tell people that.
Well, I mean,
Tell.
I
Oh,
feast.
sorry, audio listeners, dang it.
Yeah, there's audio listeners too. Hey, if you don't know what I look like, and you just want to listen to audio and don't look up any pictures, go back to like episode 3, and then you can hear about how fat I am. Where my brother just fat shames me the whole episode. Actually, I don't think you say anything.
I just laugh and you make fun of yourself for like half an hour. It's hilarious.
Fall 10.
Oh,
Easy 10. It's the best season. As much as summer seems to suck as we get older, fall is amazing and awesome.
and also,
The kids go back to school.
get out of here.
Get out of
Get
here.
out of here.
Get out of here. I'm sorry if you're a young listener. You can stay. In fact, don't go to school. Just don't go to school.
Hold on, you do need to go to school real quick, but then just come back.
Yeah, come back. Oh, I was going to tell them to skip. But if you're homeschooled, you don't have to go anywhere.
Ooh, hold on. I will tell you this. I'm not going to encourage you to skip school, but I will say if you skip school, I'm not going to knock on you.
I w-
freaking narc.
I'm not going to say that I'm the best advice giver, but what I will say is you could pretend to do your schoolwork and watch Life Suppose You Rated on YouTube.
Over and over and over again.
Yeah, there's lots of episodes, 52 of them.
Share it. We've been doing it for 1 year, dude.
Uh-oh. There's 53 episodes. Because we did 0.
0 doesn't count. It's 52.
Is 0 the pilot?
0's a pilot.
Does the pilot count?
No, because the pilot doesn't air usually. Like a lot of shows that you see that you didn't see the pilot. Which is why there's...
That's why we replaced you
Yeah.
in this one.
Yeah.
Because in the pilot, we had a different person cast as my brother Mark.
Yeah.
Frankly,
He looks like way less of a screwboy.
But he was funnier.
He was way funnier.
He was funnier, though.
But we needed eye candy for the show.
True that. Yo, what happens when we get married?
I'll have to take off the ring for the show.
I was going to say, you're going to wear your ring on the show?
No, I'll just have to take it off.
My ring is conveniently out of frame.
But we talk about your children.
Well, you can have children and not be married. This is a brand new beautiful world we live in.
No, what about the force fields that stop you from having kids unless you're married?
Hey, who has the force field, the dudes or the ladies?
Both?
Okay.
It's like an Out Crossing Streams thing. You both die.
If the child lives, you both die.
Yeah.
It's like the opposite of asexual reproduction. 2 people create only one and then they die.
Yeah. The world ends. Hey, Michael.
Yeah.
It's weird that we've been talking for so long, and the thing that I wanted to talk about was a big thing.
What?
There's so many names to call your friends.
Okay.
You can call
Have we not done this before?
No, we've done bros.
Okay.
But what about all the names you call your friends?
What?
Friend.
Yeah.
Homie. Boys. Peeps. Squad. Crew. Fam.
Why did TJ Cricky get so quiet for this bit?
He loves his fam, dude. He loves the wackos fam.
Does he think this is a serious show? So he like gets all quiet when we're quiet?
Yeah. Oh, dude, we should have. Welcome back to season 2 of Life Suppose You Rated. We're gonna be doing just all ASMR for all of season 2, just all up on the mic.
Welcome, family homeboys, home slices, pizzas,
TMNT boys, fam,
did we say fam like 3 times?
gangsters,
squads,
'Cause, like,
gangs.
Can you imagine if Molly just walked in to all of her family, all of her friends at church? Like she walks in the nursery and goes, "What's up, gangsters?
I say nerds now.
What's up, nerds?"
So what's up, nerds?
What one's the best one? I'm partial to boys and homies.
I use boys when I'm talking. I don't use boys for girls. So if I have a girlfriend who's not my wife, I don't tell you about her because she's secret. But if I have a boyfriend and it's platonic, then I call them boys. Or I do use nerds, but I use nerds as, we'll say, a positive and a negative, much like some other N-type words. It could be both a plus or a negative depending on how I use it. So like I call my friends my boys, or sorry, my nerds. And also when I get mad at somebody and they're being stupid, I call them a nerd as well.
But you hit the ER harder on the mean one.
The R is harder.
The R is way harder in the main one. I'm partial to homies, dude. What's up, homies? Homie.
I would call my friends my nads, but that means something completely different.
What about pals? Should we bring back pals?
It would be Neds. That's how letters work. I think most of the time if you say the word pal now, you're trying to start a fight. Like you're like...
What about cuz? Has cuz gone full circle back to positive?
No, I think cuz is mean. I think. Hold
on. What's up, cuz?
Well, I mean, I think it's all...
How aggressive did you feel when I called you that?
I thought you were going to shank me. That's why we're touching knees right now. Oh, you can't see it. Oh, can you see it? Yeah, you can see it. We're touching knees right now.
Touching knees. This is the closest we've ever been for the show.
We recorded a video. It hasn't been posted yet. But we eat jelly beans together. It's what we do. And
it's just two boys.
we were
just
beans, so extremely close to each other. It was very, very unnerving.
I don't know why we didn't film in another room. Are you going to green screen it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why.
That would be why. You were talking about... I don't know what...
Here's the thing, dude. Sometimes, like, if somebody walked in and called me a homeboy, I would laugh. You know what I mean?
Homeboy. We don't use the word homeboy because it's not 1990 anymore. We don't use the term...
We both say word. And homie. I don't think people say homie anymore.
Nobody does anymore. But they don't say dog anymore. We do that all the time.
I do like dog a lot.
It's a tough decision.
It's hard.
I don't say friends very often.
I don't say friends. It's not friends.
I say friends only when I'm talking to my children because they don't know the special words for friends.
Yeah, Molly, the other day, Molly got into a fight at church because she was like, "What's up, cuz?" And some kid hit her.
Yeah. Well, it was technically defense. Molly drew first blood because she didn't realize that that's generally like a harsh one.
She said, "Fight me, cuz."
Yeah.
Not cuz. I don't think gangster, because as funny as I think it can be, nobody uses it. Even gangsters don't roll up. You don't see anybody in the Crips roll up to somebody else in the Crips and go, "What's up, gangsters?"
But they say gang gang.
They do Hail Hitler. Yeah, good point.
I was a fist, dude. We can't put that on YouTube.
Frick, we'll get, just like AJ.
We'll get demonetized.
How many subscribers do we need to monetize this?
1,000.
Well, we're almost there.
Mm-hmm.
We're just like 10 more.
We're almost the 10th of the way there.
Just 10 more, and then
a 10th of the
90% more.
Hey, I need to explain math to you because I know you're very dumb. A 10th and 10 more are not always the same. Sometimes they can be the same thing.
No, because they're both 10, Michael.
Well, but do you think 10 times 10 is the same thing as well?
Yeah, well, because that'd be, so you take two 10s and then you times them together, and then it's 10 more than the 10s would have been together.
That's true, but do you also think 10 divided by 10 is the same?
Well, it's 10, so you take the two 10s and then you divide the 10s, and then you have the 10 at the end.
But, like, do you also think that 10 plus 10 and 10 minus 10 are also 10?
Well, see, so there's, like, the 10s.
Yes.
And then you take the 10s, and then when you stack them on top of each other, there's just, it's 10s, as in there's 10s. There's 3 10s, but they're all on top of each other, so it just looks like 10.
3 10s?
Yeah, but it's 10s. Three
Where'd
10s,
the third one
but they
come
look
from?
like one. Well, so you took the 2,
Yeah.
and then you have to, so you do 10 plus 10, and then you do, so it's 10, and you do the plus sign, and then 10, and you do the equal sign, and you need to put a 10 there so you know what it equals.
But what if I was minusing them?
You'd have to put the equal sign on this side.
Okay. But like, we need 1,000 subscribers, and we have 90 subscribers, and you think we need 10 more to do that?
Yeah. Well, you said we're a 10th of the way, so we only need 10 more.
Do you think we could get a homeschool convention to sponsor us with that kind of math? How many fans subs do you need to get sponsorship?
I think we're at this point. I would say we're a movement.
Okay.
We're not maybe a tsunami, but a tidal wave for sure.
We're not a revolution because we don't want to hurt anybody. But we are a peaceful protest on, like, crap comedy and bugs.
And I also want to just say this real quick. Saxon's the worst math program of all time. So we're definitely not getting sponsored by those idiots, because I really don't know anything past 10s.
I don't know.
Hey, real quick, Michael.
I would argue you may not know 10s.
No, I know 10s. No, I just remember we just did it. I just explained all the 10s to you.
Yeah, we may have to talk about that after the show, but I think maybe you don't know 10s.
I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
So real quick, first of all, let's just say this. I think we can argue, and by argue I mean agree, Homies is probably the best one because it's gender neutral. Homies is good.
Homies is good.
I would say Homies is a 10. I'm gonna say boys. When you're talking about your boys, and when there's a group of guys together, and you can honestly, effectually refer to them as your boys, that's also a 10.
Or separate. They can be separate. Name our boys.
I call my boys.
Yeah,
just the people in my wedding
well,
party.
No. Those are like your homies. We have extended boys. There's the extended boy family.
Oh, right. We got our boys. So there's like
Kanye, Shia,
Chad,
Michael Murray, Jesse
Mendes.
McCartney, Shawn Mendes, John Mayer, Tom DeLonge.
Tom DeLonge's for sure a boy.
AJ, and
Gus and Eddie.
Danny.
Jakey.
I
like Jakey's stuff a lot.
Okay, I guess he can be a half boy.
He can be a half boy.
Drew.
Drew's very funny.
Pewds.
Pewds is a boy. Would you say Philly D's a boy?
He's at least like 3/4 boy.
He's 3/4 boy.
Dylan from Tiny Moving Parts is a boy.
He's a boy. But screw Matt.
He's like an acquaintance.
One of our boys knows him. That boy specifically being Dylan.
If you know someone else that should be added to the list of boys, please let us know below in the comments.
I would say Rocky's a boy because he actually is the only person who watches this
Rocky's a
stuff
boy.
Rocky's a boy.
M Slug, the guy that comments on all of our other videos that aren't these.
He's a boy.
He's a solid boy.
You're a boy.
And also Brian Jakes is dead. He's a boy.
Brian Jakes is for sure a boy.
He was the author of the Red Ball series.
George Lucas, up until 1999, was a boy, and then he stopped being a boy. There's a little prequels joke for you.
You can get kicked out of the boyhood. The boydom. The
sure.
boydom.
The boydom?
Yeah, you get kicked out of the boydom.
We're just a couple boys chilling in the boydom with the other boys.
Also, if you're really, really exciting, and then you just stop doing anything interesting, you are also... Hold on, I got it.
Some people would argue that applies to Chad and to Jesse.
How dare you?
Real quick though.
We'll go with homies.
Yeah, homies is the best one. Thanks for laughing at my very funny joke. Dude, the other day we were doing inventory at work. I work in a warehouse.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever been tasked with looking at the owner of your very small company and had to do mental math in front of them?
Well, if it did involve tens, you might have been okay.
I've never just looked like so much of a giant dinghole.
I only go to meetings with computers so I can use them to do my math. I mean that, though. I only have computers in my meetings.
Because I'd be counting stuff, and I'd be like, alright, there's 12 in each box, and there's like 9 boxes. I'd be sitting there trying to think of my 12 multiplication tables.
Well, did you say there was 9 or 10 in each box?
There was 12 in each box, and there's 9 boxes.
Okay, so you should be good, because there's no 10s.
I know my 10s. I only know my 10s.
If it was a 10, you would be good?
If it was my 10s, I would have known it.
Okay.
I'm like, 10. Hey, it's 10.
So I thought you said up through your 10s you knew, but
No.
you don't know your 9s.
No, I don't know 9s. I know 10s.
Do you know 8s?
No.
You only know 10s?
Only 10s.
So when you said up through your 10s, you were indicating that you only knew your 10s.
Well, I had to learn the 1s and 2s and 3s and 4s and 5s and 6s and 7s and 8s and 9s. So I could know my 10s, but then I forgot all before that.
Oh, I mean...
So I came through them to get to 10s.
Isn't all of school just learning something so you can forget it?
Yeah, well, I'm waiting for, someday I imagine I'll probably be at work and Chandler will sit me down and say, I need to talk to you about something, and he'll teach me 11s, and then I'll forget my 10s. He'll teach me the 11s, and I'll be like, oh, I know my 11s now. See you, 10s, idiots.
I don't think people know their 11s. I don't think anyone knows them.
Because here's the thing.
Just kidding. They have a cool trick. I know them.
Oh.
Because if you say your 11s, it's...
11.
So if you say 11, and then you multiply it by 2, it becomes 2. And then 3, it's 3. And then if you multiply it by 1,000, it's 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. I think.
Do you know your 12s?
No one does.
Dude, what if we learned our 12s and we became the only podcast? We would become the smartest boys.
Because we know our 12s?
Because we know 12s.
12. Two 12s.
Two 12s on top of each other.
Makes...
Two 12s.
1, 2, 1, 2.
1, 2, 1, 2. So it'd be 1
4
million.
12s.
So that'd be... Hold on. 64.
I don't think if you multiply anything by 12s, it ends in a 4.
64.
No, I don't think it ever ends in a 4.
63?
Yes. Yeah, that's 63.
Oh, hold on, dude. Rewind that. Do fours again.
Okay. 4 12s.
69.
Nice.
That's it. Cut it.
Welcome. Thanks you for listening to Live Switch You Rated, the dumbest podcast on the internet. Welcome to season 2. This is what you can expect for the rest of this year.
I'm so glad we got DJ Cricky to shut up, dude.
We got more videos coming at you. What have you got in the back catalog?
I have some wedding videos, like actual ideas I have about the wedding and stuff. That'll be pretty fun and silly. And expect more woots, which I guess I should film because all of those are out now, I think.
Yep.
And I need to do another Pass That Healy video. And at some point, I will keep editing and getting out Tune Into You.
I have not made a video in a hot minute, and I will...
It's because you were trying to solve your 10s.
I was reading books, and I'm going to try to make some videos about books that are probably not as funny as this amazingly hilarious podcast. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't, because we are at 90 and we'd like to hit 100 before the end of the year. That's our goal. I think it's reachable. We somehow
need
just
10 more.
Okay, so sometimes I feel like we did a really good job and we get subscribers off of video I feel really proud of. And sometimes we throw a video out there and we get a sub and I'm like, who the heck are you, dude? This was the thing that you thought was worth it.
The last subscriber was because of me and Carson's video. I'm assuming it's one of Carson's friends.
M-Slug and Rocky, you guys are the boys.
You're boys.
But remember, you can lose boydom if you screw up.
So
keep
you're friggin' walking a tightrope.
What did they say? Keep it frosty? Is that what the military boys say?
Frosty.
Stay frosty.
Keep your head on a swivel. Slice the pie.
And also, if they dump the frosty upside down and it spills, you get it for free. Sorry, that's the Blizzard. Frosties is Wendy's.
What's a Frosty?
It's the Wendy's version of a concrete.
So, what if?
Hey,
what if you pour? When you go there, you take a Frosty, pour it upside down, and it falls out. Do they yell at you?
You get sticky. Yo, whose idea was it to make an ice cream treat that they called the concrete? I don't know. That seems stupid to me. That's my joke for you. Hey, do you have a joke to end this podcast off?
Hold on, there's a pumpkin one.
Appropriate. Maybe it's gonna be inappropriate.
Oh.
Here we go.
No, I don't remember the pumpkin one, but I remember the other one the guy told me.
Dude, this is like the infinite build-up inside of a dubstep song where there's no drop.
No, dude, this is going to be a big drop.
Okay.
Do you think when Hitler was a kid, he needed help tying his shoes with the little Nazis? Can we say that?
I still go that it was like a dubstep drop with no drop.
So it'd be like, hey guys, this is the new skill. It's ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Next track.
Yeah.
Like, what?
And the next track is just like not related.
Not related. Yeah, next track is like...
What if there was a track that was just the drops? So it's like... And then it like next track, and the next track is just like...